Right, we're live, we're live, we're live. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Share the link to your friends. It's a beautiful day. Share the link to your friends. It's a beautiful day. Share the link to your friends. Okay, we're live. I'll share my screen now. If you can hear me, please confirm on the chat box that you can hear me. If you can see my screen and hear me, please confirm. It's a beautiful day. It's another pre-London live market analysis. Yeah, I believe I'm sharing my screen already. Okay, cool. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Trust me, all out splendid night rest. Trust me, all out splendid night rest. All right, I want to give us a little bit of a pep talk before we start and go into the deal of today. Who you are becoming is more important than the profits you want to make. I repeat, who you are becoming is more important than the profits you are making. For the last time, who you are becoming as a trader, who you are becoming as a trader is more important. It's far much more important. And why? It's because it is that person that you are becoming that will lead to the profits. It is that person that you are becoming that will actually bring in the money. So write on the chat box, who I am becoming is more important than the profit I am making. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Who I am becoming as a trader is more important than the profit I am making. Write that on the chat box with capital letters. And I'm going to share with us, who must I become to make profits? I always say this quote that we want to make profit, but what we need is actually the process. What we need is the process. We want to make profit, yes, quite all right. But we must become a certain type of person or a trader before we can make the profits. So the person that you are becoming, a trader, is far much more important than the profit that you are making. I'm going to write that boldly on my screen. The person you are becoming as a trader is far much more important than the profits you are making. The person that you are becoming as a trader is far much more important than the profit you are making. So the big question is, who must I become? Who must I become as a trader? That's a big question. Who must I become as a trader? I'm going to give us this hack this morning before we go to the chat. Who must I become as a trader? Let's type on the chat box, the person I am becoming is far much more important than the profit I am making. Let's type that on the chat box, everybody. The person I am becoming as a trader is far much more important than the profits I am making. The person I am becoming as a trader is far much more important than the profits I am making. For the last time, the person I am becoming as a trader is far much more important than the profits I am making. I'm waiting for our comment on the chat box. Type that in, type that in, type that in, type that in. The person I am becoming as a trader is far much more important than the profits I am making. Who must I become as a trader? Number one, so I have what is called the 5 meters touch in our psychological class. Okay, so one is patience, two is confidence, three is discipline, four is consistency, and the last one is resilience. Who must I become as a trader? So the first one is I must become a patient trader. So I'm going to give us this hack. I must become a the first person I must become is a what? Patient trader. Patient trader, rather. So now type on the chat box. I am a patient trader. I am a patient trader. So for every of those personalities, you're going to type in the I am. I must become a patient trader. So you type in I am a patient trader. I must become a confident trader. I must become a confident trader. So what do you type in? I am a confident trader. I am a confident trader. These are the persons you must become. If you are not these persons, you cannot make money. No be swear, no because. I must become a disciplined trader. I must become a disciplined trader. I must become a disciplined. So what do you type here? I am a disciplined trader. The next person I must become is a consistent trader. So what do you type? Yeah, I must become a consistent trader. I must become a consistent trader. So right here, I am a consistent trader. The fifth one is I must become a resilient trader. I must become a resilient trader. And what do you type here? I am a resilient trader. The person you are becoming as a trader is far much more important than the profit you are making. The person you are becoming as a trader is far much more important than the profit you are making. Who must you become as a trader? You must become a patient trader. You must become a confident trader. You must become a disciplined trader. You must become a consistent trader. You must become a resilient trader. And how does this apply to the charts? I will explain it now. These things are not just mere words. They are not just mere words. They have their application on the charts. So how does patience, confidence, discipline, consistency, and resilience apply to the charts? I'm going to share with us now. Are we together? Are we typing? Is the chat box not open? I'm not seeing our messages in chat box. What's happening? Type. How does patience, confidence, discipline, consistency, resilience apply to the charts? I'm going to talk about that now. So let's start with patience. Let's start with patience. Patience, for patience equals to wait for wait for your A plus setup. So when we talk about patience, we are talking about waiting for your A plus setups. Waiting for your A plus setups. So what you do as a trader is to wait. Waiting is the name of the game. Patience is the name of the game. You will need to wait almost 80 to 90% of the time. So there's a quote that will say trading is 90% waiting, trading is 90% waiting, 10% execution. Trading is 90% waiting, 10% execution. So the first person you need to become as a trader is a patient trader. You cannot make money if you are not patient. A consistently profitable trader is a patient trader. Type that down. I've said so many things and I've not typed. What's happening? Can we hear me? Can I need feedbacks? I need feedbacks on those live. A consistently profitable trader is a patient trader. You can't make money as a trader if you are not patient. Patient for what? Patient to wait for your A plus setups. You don't need to trade every day. You don't need to trade every move. You only need to trade your setups. Patient to wait for your A plus setups. That's the patient part. Now, after you've waited for your setup, the next person to become is confident. So you have waited for your setups, it has now shown up. What do? You need confidence to flawlessly and fearlessly execute. So for confidence equals confidence. Thank you, Mr. Mudera. For confidence will mean executing your setup fearlessly and flawlessly. So confidence means execute flawlessly and fearlessly. Remember, the person you are becoming as a trader is far much more important than the profit you are making. because you can't even make the money if you're not the person. So the first job is to become the trader, then the money becomes natural. Profit is a natural consequence of becoming this person. Yes, I am a patient trader. And I tell us every time that the best time to say that you are a patient trader is when you think you are not. The best time to affirm that you are a confident trader is when you feel or you think you are not. That's the best time to affirm it. Execute flawlessly and fearlessly. So, having waiting patiently for your setups and they have now shown up, you need confidence to ignore the noise of you need to work. It's not your business. You have done your due diligence. You have set your analysis. You have marked your key levels. Execute. If you are still afraid, it means two things. You did not predefine your risk, or you have not yet refined your edge. You don't trust your edge. It can only mean two things. If you are still afraid of execution, it only means that you have not accepted the risk on the trade, one, or you don't trust your edge. That means you need to do more studies, more back testing, and more forward testing. For the last time, if you are still afraid, if you are listening to me now, you are still afraid to execute, it only means two things. For every trade you are placing, you have not accepted the risk. If I want to place a trade, I'm asking myself, if this trade goes against me, how much am I going to lose? If I accept that risk, why should I be afraid? The worst case is that I will lose that amount. So if it's not the risk, then it means that you've not actually refine the edge. Now, you have confidently taken the trade. You still need to become one person, and that is discipline to stick to the plan. Discipline. So you have patiently you waited for the setup, right? You took the trade, but now the trade is now going against you. You are now tampering with your stop loss. You're now second guessing what you have confidently taken. It is discipline. Discipline is to stick to your rules. Stick to, so you type in, I am a disciplined trader. I stick to my trading rules. I am a disciplined trader. I stick to my rules. I stick to my rules. Stick to your trading rules. That's discipline. The person you are becoming is far much more important than the profit you are making. That needs to sink into your subconscious. The person I am becoming is far much more important than the profit I am making. Because without becoming these persons, I can't make the profits. So it is becoming first before the profits. Disciplined trader. I am a disciplined trader. Now, after you stick to your rule by being disciplined, you need to still become one person, which is consistent trader. So it means that you now need to rinse and repeat what has happened. You waited patiently, you were confident, you were disciplined, you now made money. What do? You consistently repeat the process. I'm preaching this morning, no? I'm preaching so good. I'm preaching. I'm preaching. Consistent, consistency, consistent is to rinse and repeat. 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 So what you are doing here, sorry, rinse and repeat. What you are doing here is you are repeating what you did right and you are correcting what you did wrong. Under consistency, you are consistently repeating what you did right and correcting what you did wrong. So I am patient, I am confident, I am disciplined, I am consistent. Then finally, we have resilience, 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 resilience. Resilience is to bounce back. Resilience is to what? Bounce back. Because trading will actually put your back on the ground. You get to some point where you have losing streaks, you have missed trades, you do some silly mistakes. So it is your ability to bounce back that makes you profitable. So a resilient trader is a consistently profitable trader. A resilient trader is a consistently profitable trader. Your ability to bounce back is very, 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 because you face those times. Even if you have gotten to the point of consistent profitability, there are some trades that will put your back on the ground. If you get to the point of overconfidence, market will humble you to tell you that, oh boy, no matter how you have gone far in this game, you still need to be a student of the market. So there's one thing that there's a thin line between overconfidence, between confidence and euphoria. There's a thin line between what? Confidence and euphoria. It's good to be confident. In fact, confidence is part of what we are becoming. But you need to check it. When you become overconfident, you are missing it. So how do you avoid being overconfident? By embracing that I'm a student too. Always. I am a student of the markets. Always. So with that consciousness, you won't get over yourself. Every win or loss is a feedback. Every win or loss are feedbacks. So you don't get overly excited when you are winning and overly sad when you are losing. Yes, you'll be excited, you'll be happy, but I said overly. So you are excited for your wins, of course. Also, when you lose too, you're not robots, you will feel sad. Definitely, you are humans, we are emotional beings. But overly is the word. You don't get overly excited when you win. You don't get overly sad when you lose. You have a neutral mindset. Okay, I won this trade. Beautiful. What did I do right? Rinse and repeat. Consistency. Okay, I lost this trade. Okay, what did I do wrong? Correct and move on. If this patience, confidence, discipline, consistency, and resilience is not there, you cannot achieve profitability. Let's talk about being consistent. Yes, thank you, sir. I never forget I am a student of the market. Every win or loss is a feedback. I am not emotionally attached to the outcome. That's my man. Thank you so much, Jared. Now only they give me feedback. Thank you. I don't know why others are. Maybe they are the boss of the markets. They are the boss of the market, so they don't want to give me feedback. Okay, so we are good. Um, so I've really learned one or two things today. Yeah. So what I'll be doing is for every of my pre-London live, I'll take out the first 5 10 minutes to talk about psychology because it's a very crucial part. Many coaches, many mentors, they skip this part. They just come to talk about strategy, 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 which is not bad. That's its place to play. But without becoming the person, you can't have the profits. So why should I teach you strategy when you break the rules? So we need to remind ourselves of these things every other day. Yes, we know them. You can't tell me that you don't know what it's called patience. You know what it's called patience. It's not the first time I'm hearing it. You know what it's called consistency. It's not the first time, but there needs to be a reminder. There needs to be a awakening, a reawakening, a consciousness That makes it to stick. So we're going to spend the first every pre-London, the first 5, 10, 15 minutes to discuss about the mind behind the markets, the mind. That's a good. The mind behind the market, mind over markets, the mind behind the market. Yep. Okay. If you got some value, type in value, value, value. So let's go to the charts. If you got some value, type in value, 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 value. Let's go to the charts. Okay. So I'm going to give us. So I gave a prediction of this drop on Tuesday. Let me do a prediction. Let me go back to my USD backtest. We gave a prediction of this drop, and it played out perfectly. USD dropped Tuesday, and we expect to see more drop, more drop. What did I do? What did I see? Simply CLT. I saw that when Tuesday, I saw that there was a sweep of Monday's high. So this is what I'll explain, I'll break it down, but let me just do a brief. I saw that as at Tuesday, they're already sweeping Monday's high and what's distributing inside during the London into New York. So I saw that happen. My target was simply the low. If you are taking the high, you are going to the low. That's how CLT works. If you are sweeping the high, you are going towards the low. That's how CLT works. Sweeping the high, going to the low. Now, for Tuesday into Wednesday, this was already an impulsive candlestick. It means that I'm going to apply CIT. CIT is candle impulse theory. What do I do in this case? I mark out my Gantt box, okay, and I target the key levels. And in this case, the key level of 25% was what was used. Okay. When you see an impulsive candle, you apply CIT for continuation. And we had this beautiful respect on 15 minutes, and boom. So that's it. Hold on. So we had a CLT Monday and CIT Tuesday. So we are continuing. So we expect a continuation of this candle. Our next target is going to be this guy. Very simple. Our next target is going to be this guy. And mind you, when I go to my, I saw a beautiful current move. So on weekly time frame, higher time frame picture, I even saw that we are currently sweeping the weekly high. Yeah. Can you see what we have at the weekly time frame? We are currently sweeping the weekly high. So this is no brainer. That price is going to what? Distribute into the weekly low. Can you see that now? This is no brainer. Price is going to what? Take out the weekly low. So for me, CRT is a game changer that's brought clarity to my trading. So this guy is coming to take out the weekly low. It's a draw on liquidity, right? So I'll just be on 4 hours. I'm going to be on 4 hours to 4 hours, 15 minutes, and 1 minute to catch this move. So I am bearish for Euro USD. I just need to know the location and confirmation. Okay? I just need to know the location and what confirmation. Yep. Okay. Sorry. Put together. Not working. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So weekly time frame. I have this. Then let's go to 4 hours. On 4 hours, um, I'm going to be hosting a CLT masterclass. I can't explain deeply the concept here, but I'm going to be hosting a CLT masterclass series very soon. Okay, to explain and break down the concept of what CLT very soon. Okay, so this is what I've offered. So I'm expecting a pullback and what a continuation. So most likely, I'm expecting price to what pull back into the other block here and what continue. This is what I'm expecting. Okay, let's go to 15 minutes. How did price play out on Tuesday? It gave a very clean structure on 15 minutes. Even the news that happened was in line with what the technicals. So I always say that once you understand technicals, you don't have problem with fundamentals. You don't have problem at all. You don't have problem at all. So see what happened here. It was Tuesday. Tuesday, after price took out the weekly high, okay, we distributed, it pulled back, and we sold. So I want to give us a trick. You sell above the high and you buy below the low. You sell above the high and buy below the low. So look at what happened here. Price took out weekly high and what broke structure. Where do we sell? Above the high. Above the high. Can you see it? After price has done the manipulation and gave us the break of structure, it pulled back to a key level, fair value gap, order block, whatever you are using, and we start selling. So write in the chat box, sell above the high, buy below the low. Sell above the high, buy below the low. And you have to sell above the high after a manipulation and distribution. That's the caveat to. If not, it will be you sell above the high in brackets after manipulation and distribution. Sell above the high, sell above the high in brackets after what? Manipulation and distribution. Yeah. Similarly um, to buying, you buy below the low after manipulation and what? Distribution. Similar. So the best place to buy, the first best place to buy is above the high. If you miss this above the high, the next best place to buy is when price now continues inside the range. Can you see this, the next place to buy now? So inside the range, we now have a break of structure. Inside the range, we had a break of structure and price pulled back into still above the high and we started selling. If you miss these two, just leave them. You don't miss them with that. Allow price to go. Sell above the high after manipulation and what distribution. Then you buy below the low after manipulation and distribution. Have you written that? Yeah, thank you. Sell above the high, buy below the low after manipulation and distribution. Very important. This is the sniper A plus setup. If you carry this kind of trade, it will be as if you are buying and selling from the week. I don't know if I experience it. If you are buying and selling at this point, you now go to your higher time frame. It will be as if you are selling or buying at the week. Sniper entry, right? Then the next best place to buy or sell is when price now distribute inside the range. And God help you that you are not late. So let me screenshot this. All right. So like I said, Euro USD is selling. Once you have taken the high, where are we going to? The week, and this is the weekly high. This high that was taken is a weekly CLT. It means that price is coming to the candle range low of the weekly. Now liquidity we are talking about here. This is liquidity. Price will draw onto the candle range low. So it's weekly low is telling you, shouting, come on to me, hold that label. I'm heavy laden, I'll give you rest. Weekly low is shouting, come on to me, come on to me, come on to me, and I'll give you rest. So what I expect for today is, you can see that we have 13 pips for Asian range. So I'm expecting Asian low has been taken. I expect Asian high to be taken. Then my first point of interest in this case is here on 15 minutes. This is my first point of interest. So I expect a sell from this key level. Okay. I expect a sell from that key level. Then we take out this guy. Yeah. Boom. So this is what I expect for today. But Euro USD is what? Bearish. Euro USD is bearish. Euro USD is bearish. Is that clear? Let's go to USD JPY. Of course, UJ will be bullish, but we are going to check it. UJ is going to be bullish. I've marked that already and I've sent it to the group, but let's still confirm. Sell above the eye after manipulation distribution. This is very powerful. It's very powerful. It's very powerful. Okay. Yeah. So let's proceed. Let's quickly go to USD JPY. USD JPY. I'm going to start also from the weekly time frame. I want to give us a trick or a logic. You only need 3 time frames. Type that down. I only need 3 time frames. And I'll tell you what time frame and what time frame you need. Look at my UJ. I only need 3 time frames. I'll tell you what the time frame should do for you. So your time frame 1 is for direction and bias. Direction and key level rather. Direction, two, location, then 3, confirmation. I only need 3 time frames. I only need 3 time frames: direction, location, confirmation. So for me, direction can also mean for me now, in this case now, I use weekly time frame for my CLT. Weekly time frame is used to get my key level, right? And that will give me the bias or direction. Location for me here is my CLT. Location I use 4 hours 4 hours, what am I doing there? I'm getting my CRT. Then confirmation, I am entering on, from 4 hours, I'm entering on 5 minutes or 15 minutes. 15 minutes entry. So this is the idea. Your direction, your bias is your higher time frame. You need a higher time frame, a medium time frame, and a lower time frame. So for me, I pick weekly time frame for my key levels, my swing high, swing low, fair value gap, other blocks, the mark supply. Then I go to 4 hours to mark my CRT. Then 15 minutes to mark my what? My entry confirmation. All right. Let me show you how this works on Tuesday. This particular breakdown. Um, so I go to weekly time frame. I'm giving you an example. Weekly time frame. The buy that you are currently seeing on UJ, this buy that you are currently seeing on UJ, it happened because of these three things I'm talking about. So what's my first rule? I go to weekly time frame. Weekly time frame key level was this fine boy. This weekly low and weekly. Can you see that we have the same thing with USD? Weekly low has been swept. Can you see? Where are we going to target? If weekly low is being swept, where are we going to target? Weekly high. Can you see the same thing now? CRT. CRT. But let's hold on first. Let's hold on. Let's not rush. Let's not rush. Let's not rush. How did this buy started? Let's backtest. How did this week here? How did this buy happen? So my rule one is I mark out before this buy happened. You mark out your key levels on weekly time frame. Okay, mark out your key level on what weekly time frame. So I put in weekly key level. This is step one. Step two, I go to 4 hours to identify my what CRT. Step two is what? This is week one. This is step one, key levels on weekly. Step two, I go to 4 hours and check. There must be CRT around key levels. There must be CRT around key levels. CRT around key levels is what gives you higher probability setup. Now look at this carefully. Can you see? Key level CRT. So on 4 hours, I have my CRT. And this was the exact time. See, 6 o'clock, that's your 1 a.m. 10 o'clock is your 5 a.m. 2 p.m. is your 9 a.m. So according to ICT give us 1 a.m., 5 a.m. and 9 a.m. CRT, right? 4-hour model. This is what ICT told us. But because we are using GMT, our 1 a.m. is our what? It's our own 6 a.m. Right? Our 5 a.m. is our own 10 a.m. Their 9 a.m. is our own what? 2 p.m. CRT. So if you are using UTC plus 1, your own CRT candle for 4 hours is what? 6, 10, and 2. Write on the chat box. Write on the chat box 6, 10, and 2. 6, 10, and 2. Write on the chat box 6, 10, and 2. And 6 o'clock is your what? Accumulation candle. Every candle is what? Mechanical. There's no randomness. Objectivity. It is time-based. It is specific. You can actually predict. You can predict the next move based on this objectivity. Your 10 a.m. is your what? Manipulation candle. Your 10 a.m. is what? Manipulation. This is fixed. This is objective. This is mechanic. While your 2 p.m. or 14 o'clock is what? Distribution. This is fixed, this is mechanical, and this is objective. Look at it carefully. Step one is what? I must mark my key levels on higher time frame. And that was this what? Weekly key level. Step two, I must see my CRT around key level. My 4 hour time frame CRT is, look at it, 6 o'clock. And 6 o'clock perfectly was the accumulation candle. Yeah. Candle range low and candle range high. You wait for the manipulation of that candle. So what do you do next? Go to 15 minutes for your entry. After the manipulation, after you are seeing manipulation, where do you go to? 15 minutes for what? So let's go to 15 minutes now. Let's see. Let's see. 15 minutes. 15 minutes. Look at it. On 15 minutes, what do you need to do? You need to mark out your what? We call this order block. So you are expecting to mark out the thick candle order block at your candle range low and set your what? Buy limit. And that's it. I don't have to dwell much on this, but this is the breakdown of what happened to this guy. And boom, we have that. We have that. Does that make sense? Weekly, 4 hours, 15 minutes. Usually I break that down. Weekly, 4 hours, 15 minutes. 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 So that's if you are doing, you can also reduce the time frame. I will give you that time frame maybe when we have the masterclass series. But this is what I use. You can break it down too. Does that make sense? Yeah. You only need 3 time frame. So if you, I'm going to send all this thing I'm doing. I learned it though. Like Angel did not teach me. Of course, I had some that I got from a relation. Like then I saw a YouTube video that now synchronized everything. So, but sincerely, when I started learning it, I just understood the basics. Then I got a YouTube video. So I'm going to send the actual YouTube video that I got this understanding from. I'll send it to the group. So if you are not in my 100 days group, you are missing. I'm going to send the link for this group. And yeah, one thing you need to cultivate as a trader is, like I said, being a student of the market. Learning never ends. But ensure that what you are learning, you're not learning wide. You are learning depth. Every learning must synchronize with the previous one. You are learning to refine. You're not learning to scatter. Okay, your learnings must be in synchronization. What you learn tomorrow as something new must be corresponding with what you have learned yesterday. So there is synchronicity. So I'm going to send the link to this CRT video to the group. So I gave myself a challenge that I'm going to study 100 CLT quality videos in the next 30 days. 100 CLT quality videos. I never start. I'm just doing press up. I never start until I make my first $1,000,000 from CLT. Then I just start. I want CLT to first give me my first $1,000,000. When it has given me that, I just start. So the challenge is for me to watch these videos to the extent that you wake me up from sleep like this. CLT, 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 CLT. So I have already sent. I have my video 1 and video 2 registered. I have watched that video over and over and over and over again. 2 videos. So I'm adding 2 more to my list today to make it 4. So every day I want to be watching minimum 4 CLT videos. In the next 30, even if I don't do 100, I'll do 50. Okay. So that's it. That's the idea. Yeah. So we saw this USD provide move and boom. This is a 1 to what 2.9. Okay. You only need minimum. In fact, with 10 trade rule now. Okay. 10 trade rule has helped you to only target per trade 1 to 2.5. So you don't even need to even make much. If you're trading with 10 trades, all you need to make on every single trade is 1 to 2.5. And this trade has given you 1 to 2.6. You are done for the day. On to the next. So I love 10 trade rule. I love it. The only challenge there is just to, the payout of 10%, but it's cool, sincerely. So what are we expecting today again for UJ? I saw something very beautiful on weekly time frame, and I want to believe that I'm correct because my first rule is to mark key levels, right, on weekly time frame. And I ask myself, after this key level has been used on this candlestick, where is the next key level? We have used this low as a key level on this weekly candlestick. So I ask myself, so if I want to do the same pattern again, my first point is key level on weekly. And I ask myself, where is a key level again? And myself told me the next level is the previous week's close. I was like, perfect. Where is there? Where is there? Where is there? Yes, yes, yes. So in a candlestick, we have the low, the high, and the close. So myself told myself that this previous week close is a key level on weekly time frame. If you agree, type in I agree. Previous week close is a key level. PWC. If you agree, type in I agree. Previous week close is a key level. So because you want to look, you want to ensure that you are seeing your CLT or your whatever thing you're using. It might be for you, it might be demand, it might be supply, it might be other block. For me, it's CLT. So you want to ensure that you are seeing your location, your key levels in a key level. So CLT is also a key level. So it's key level in key level. Do you understand that? Yeah. So what my Lord said to my Lord. Exactly. Because I and the Lord we are one. So when I say myself, I mean, yeah, of course. So let's go to 4 hours now and let's see. Now, this means that this is so beautiful. I understand that in candlestick, if I am trading above the previous day close, I am bullish. So I said before that if you want to buy, you buy below the low, abi. Now there's another philosophy that says um, when price is above, when price is trading, when I mean trading, I mean when price is breaking structure above previous close price, we are bullish. above previous close price. Above previous close price. When price is trading, whether it is weekly close or daily close or hourly close or monthly close, when price is trading with break of structure above previous close price, the sentiment is bullish. Let's write that down. These are keynotes. These are keynotes. The sentiment is what? Bullish. When price is trading above previous close price, the sentiment is bullish. This is a master class. So when price is trading above, and when I mean trading, I mean breaking structure above previous close price, the sentiment is bullish. In this case, now this is previous week close. We have seen that this week now, in lower time frame, means that we are breaking structures above previous week. So it's a sign that the bullishness is what is in place. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. When price is trading above previous close price, the sentiment is bullish. That means your previous close price is also a key level. Are you writing that down? When price is trading above previous close price, the sentiment is bullish. So it means the previous close price is what's a key level. So previous high, previous low, and previous close. There are key levels too. Previous high, previous candle high, previous candle high, previous candle low, previous candle close. These are key levels. These are key levels. Previous candle high, previous candle low, previous candle close. These are key levels. So when price is trading above the previous candle close, we are bullish. We are bullish. Okay. Let's now go to our lower time frame of 4 hours. So on 4 hours, currently, let's see, on previous candle close, this is what I have here. Yes, so that we are broken above on 4 hours. We are broken above. So we have broken structure. If you're looking at your market structure, look at it. This is a break of structure currently happening. So there might still be a retracement to continue. So we just chill. So if I want to look at my CRT, this is 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock is already forming. So there is a high chance that this guy is going to give me CIT and continue buying. I just watch. If this guy closes bullish, it means that this guy has formed what? CIT what? Model on my key level. Can you see? On the key level, you're having what? Our CIT candle formation. Price can just most likely return back to this other block. So what will price do? Price will retrace into this place and continue. Because we are on the key level of what? Previous week close. Do you see now? So the sentiment is bullish on what? On UJ. So where are we targeting? Our target is the next liquidity, which is this guy. This swing high here. This is my first target. Before price gets to the weekly key level and the high, we target this high. Our first target is here. Then our next target is what? Here. So let me drop down to 15 minutes. 15 minutes is my final bus stop. 15 minutes is my final bus stop. So this is it, guys. I'm expecting a pullback. Can you see? I'm expecting a pullback into where the previous week close key level. I'm expecting a pullback into this key level. Once I have that pullback, I am what? I am bullish. Pullback and I what? Buy. Does it make sense? If it makes sense, typing makes sense. So that's what I have for you today. I believe with these 3 points of mine, I've been able to add 1 or 2 value. Sweep, break of structure, pullback. Yeah. So I'm patient. So now we are applying patience here, right? Patience to wait for your A plus setup. Patience to wait for price to pull back. When price has pulled back, confidence to take the trade. When you're on the trade, discipline to stick to your targets. Patience for a pullback, discipline to execute. Sorry, confidence to execute, and discipline to stick to the target. All right, I've tried. So, any question? Do you have any question? I gotta go. Um, any question? I don't want this to be staying more than. I wish I can have more time, but I want to just be 1 hour. 1 hour. If you want to have more time, then so let me advertise the mentorship. So October mentorship is starting. If you have anyone that you want to bring in, the fee is $200, but we can give a discount depending on. I won't say because you don't have 200, I won't allow you. The actual fee is 200, so let them know that this is what the actual fee is. But nevertheless, I can still listen to anybody if you have anything. Yeah, or when we are doing referral, there's a commission for you if you bring in someone. You have a commission for that. So we want to spread this good news. The knowledge is there. We want as much as people to have this knowledge. So let's spread the news. Invite more people to this live call. What we are learning here is a lot, right? Invite more persons to this live call. Before they join our community, just tell them to come and look at how the money life is, because some person will like, so this is like what you used to buy them. If they are skeptical about joining the community, just send them the link. Let them join the morning call. They go know. Then go fill it. So EUSD you are selling, GPUSD, GPJPY rather, you are buying. Well, patience, confidence, and what? Discipline. All right. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are not subscribed, though. Share the YouTube channel link and let them subscribe. We want to get to 200 subscribers this month. 200. If one person brings in one person, we get to 200. All right. that'll be it for today. See you tomorrow, same time, same station. Chat me up on WhatsApp. Join the 100 days group. And that'll be it for now.